Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about where to find all the parts you need to craft Ivara. I'm also going to be talking about how to complete some of the hardest spy missions associated with those parts. All of Ivara's component parts have a chance to drop from spy missions, but they will only drop if you manage to retrieve all 3 data packets. If you miss one, so if you set the alarms off and you don't extract the data in time, you won't get a shot at Ivara's component. Unless you're just starting out or you hate spy missions so much that you avoid them like the plague, it's quite likely that you've already got 1 or 2 Ivara systems in your inventory already. It's got quite a high drop chance, relatively nearly 10% drop chance, and it comes from some of the earliest planets in the system, so Earth, Venus, Mercury, Mars and Phobos, all of which you can access really early in the game. So generally people accidentally get their Ivara systems and don't need to worry too much about farming them, but if you don't have them, then farming spy missions on any of these planets gives you a chance at getting those systems. Remember, you do need to retrieve all 3 data packs successfully for a chance at getting those systems, so if you fail a room you're not going to get a shot, but yeah, it shouldn't be too problematic for you. I find that the Corpus spy missions are much quicker and easier to complete than the Grineer, so stick to the Corpus ones. You find there's a good one on Venus. Now, the Ivara chassis drops from medium difficulty spy missions. They're not that much harder than your easy ones, but the problem with the chassis isn't the missions themselves. The chassis only has a 5% drop chance or 5.5% drop chance, so it's pretty easy to miss. Unlike the systems, it's quite likely while going through your star map that you can get to the higher level planets and find that you haven't got one by mistake. You haven't got that chassis, so you're going to have to come back and grind, and that 5.5% is kind of annoying. The planets that we want to be hitting for the chassis are these 4 on the left here: Ceres, Jupiter, Europa and Saturn. There is a 5th one, Lua, but it's extremely difficult and very late in the star map, so we're not going to be talking about that one. So any of these ones here are good for it. I prefer to go to Jupiter because it's got Corpus missions on, which I much prefer to be grinding, and that's the lowest level Corpus one in the cluster. Now, what I really want to focus on in this video is the neuroptics and the blueprint. The earliest planet that we can get to those 2 components on is Uranus here. We're going to be doing Rosalind, and you're going to be spamming this level quite a lot. So I wanted to give you an exact run through of how to do each obstacle course on this spy mission. Now, this room coming up gave me the most trouble when farming Ivara until I knew how to do it. There's 2 ways basically that you can do it. One involves one involves dodging a load of laser gates that move around, and it's really hard. If you hit them, it locks the whole room down. And the other way is just a quick swim underwater. One thing you need to know is to be quick when you're opening the door. So as soon as you open the door, there's a guy on the right that you want to take out. So we'll do that nice and quick. Whoops. Okay, now be careful of the wires here because they can make you mess up your execution. So we're going to take him out and go for a nice jaunty over here. Break through the vent, drop down here and wait. Patrol comes, we take out the patrol, and then we're just going to turn left here, go through this door and jump down into the water. Once we're in the water, we're going to look at these fans on the walls. One of them is damaged like this. We're going to break him and go through. Same again in this room. Break this one and go through. Then we swim under the center divide. Yet another malfunctioning fan, and one last one. That takes us into this room. Now, once you get into this room, if you've got any disruptive abilities or anything that takes care of the guards before they can set off the alarms, use them. Excalibur's radial blind is perfect. There we go. We're in the room. Let's get that data. Once you've taken the data, this door here opens, and it's easy peasy to get out. This next room requires us to go for a little swim. There aren't any guards or anything, but we do need to get our timing right and know which way to go. So, in we go. If we drop down here, you'll see these water pulses being fired down these corridors. You just need to wait until they're finished, and quickly swim down the tunnel like this. The tunnel's always the same layout. Okay, so we're going to wait here, go through, and then a quick left to right, and then up into this vent here. And that's the room. Once you've done that, it's just a case of hacking the door and then the console inside. And once again, once we complete hacking this console, we get our data, and a nice little shortcut door opens here, meaning that we don't have to swim back out. This next room can be a little bit of a pain, especially if you don't know where you're going, but once you know the places to jump, it's actually quite easy. Trick is to be quick, so be confident going in. As soon as you open the door, we're going to drop all the way down to the floor, and then there'll be another door that we're going to sneak through. So we go all the way down up to this door, crouch and waddle in, and we're going to aim up, crouch jump up to this platform here, and then another crouch jump to take us up to the second platform. Wait for this laser barrier to clear, go through. A third crouch jump should take us all the way to the top of this little tube, and then we're here. Now there are guards that patrol around this area, but normally if you're quick they don't see you, so we're just going to sprint right up to the console and grab our data. There we are. So, all 3 data packets. Okay, so now that we're clear on how to farm that high level spy mission, I just have one more thing to briefly mention, and that is nitane extract. Ivara uses quite a few nitane extract to build, and they only come from alerts. So if you're farming her and you see a nitane alert pop up, make sure you're doing that nitane alert, because otherwise you're going to get all her parts and then just be sat there waiting for these nitane alerts to appear, and that's a bit rubbish. I hope this video has cleared some things up for you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.